And just like that, we are back for another Savage stream. It is Crypto Fireball Friday, and I am a few in actually, so I'm feeling pretty good. I got a workout in, so that was good. I've had a heck of a week, man. This has not been a great week. I mean, it's not a great week. Usually, lately, a lot of bad weeks, but this week in particular, you know, I had the lightning strike that took out my modem, my cable modem, and my router. Both devices. I actually bought. I was thinking that it was like a power supply. I thought it just got the power supply. But I bought some universal ones and tried them out, and the devices will not come on. They are completely dead. So yeah, so I lost a router and a cable modem, and so I had to buy that. Then yesterday I was leaving work and I got in my car and turned the key, and it was like nothing. So the battery was about actually it was exactly 2 years old. I bought it in June of 2018. So it was exactly 2 years old, but where I'm at, it's hot and batteries do tend to go bad, you know, a little bit earlier than they're supposed to, I guess. This particular battery had a 3-year warranty, which was awesome. So I was able to just swap it out. Basically, I didn't have to pay anything, so that was a real bonus, because I was walking into the auto parts store like I was about to, you know, get charged $180 or $170 for a battery or whatever, and I got it for free. So that worked out pretty well. But I don't really have anything planned. I know I'm just rambling, but I don't have anything planned, and I figured we would just talk some crypto stuff. So let's get into it. So what kind of cool stuff do we have going on? You know, you guys, I've said this before. I don't get to talk crypto with anybody like throughout the day. So it is important for me to be able to talk to you guys about crypto at night, right? So at least I get it off my chest, because I'm really obsessed with stuff. I get overly obsessed, and it's actually not very healthy. So I'm trying to get back into working out. I was really on a really good path towards some pretty serious fitness goals whenever I discovered crypto, and it sidetracked all that. Like I don't know. I'm not going to get into my personal stuff, but I was on the right track, and then for the past couple of years I have not been on the right track. So it has not been good for my body, right? So my body has changed a little bit, and I don't like it. So I am trying to get back in working out in the gym and stuff like that. So I've got a little home gym going, and you know, you really don't need a lot. You know, you can use you know, your body weight type exercises. Actually, to get back into it, I kind of recommend that for people to just use body weight exercises. You know, burpees and jumping rope and stuff like that. All that stuff helps, and then eventually, once you feel comfortable, then you can get back in the gym, and that's kind of where I'm at. I still play racquetball a little bit every week, but not as much as I was there for a while. For a while there, I was playing racquetball every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, from 5 to 6. I was playing every morning of every week, and then sometimes on the weekend. So, or every weekday, and then sometimes on the weekends as well. So I actually did pretty well during that time. You know, it was real easy to lose weight, lose fat, you know, and stay somewhat in pretty good shape. I mean, I could run. I would not get tired, like on the treadmill or on the cross trainer. I could go for an hour and still be just good. You know, I'd be sweating, but I wouldn't be like really tired because my cardio was so good. But anyway, this is not a fitness channel. This is a crypto channel. So let's talk about some crypto. I'm just talking about me in general. And plus, like I said, I'm a few fireballs in, so I'm feeling all right. This is the first time I've drank this week, which is good, because there for a while I was drinking like almost every day, every night, or at least two or three nights a week I was drinking. And this is the first night I've drank anything this week, so that's awesome. That's a plus. I think that probably the alcohol has a lot to do with my fitness situation that I have, and I think that that's gonna, hopefully, because I'm cutting back on that, it'll change fitness wise, shape-wise, quite a bit. So let me check the chat, see what you guys are up to. I don't even know who all's in here. What is up, everybody? What's up, Crypto Mining Lifer, Deadwood, Jonas P? What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. So we got this thing, and I just found out yesterday, or the day before yesterday, that we are doing the Veta frame build-off again. And I didn't know the situation, but I saw there were some people in Discord, Crypto Mikkel and them, that were talking like we were going to have some of the same people that did it last time do it again. And I was really confused. I was like, I didn't think that was the way that this worked. I thought that we had like round 1, which I lost horribly. And then you have round 2. And round 2 was supposed to be like not your normal miner, Bits Be Trippin', Vosscoin, Serpent. There was a few others in there. I think there was about 8 people that was supposed to be in round 2. And then, Crypto Mining Lifer won the first round. And then whoever won the second round, then they were going to compete, in a third round, basically, right? For the championship or whatever you want to call it. And I guess that they have decided, because I guess some people aren't available, and I guess that they've decided that some of the people from the first round are going to be able to compete in the second round. So I actually bought, and I have a brand new in the box 6-bay Veta mining frame. So this is what you have to have in order to compete. And I guess we're going to do it again. Last time I had a really bad showing, actually. I was not impressed. I was pretty embarrassed, actually, because I just didn't do very well. I mixed some stuff up, and I was actually day drinking that day. Not to make excuses, but I will make an excuse, because I was day drinking and I just was not into it. For some reason, maybe because there was weeks or months of hype around it, and the time came and I was like, ugh, I don't know. I just kind of lost focus, and I'm not going to do that this time. So I guess I'm back in the competition, which is kind of weird. I didn't think that I was going to be able to go on. I was really kind of upset that I didn't win the first time. So this is going to be kind of interesting. I guess either I'll at least be spectating, but it looks like I might be competing as well. So that's kind of cool. And it's all, charity like before. There's, I believe that DCA Adventure, DCA Adventure is hosting it again on Zoom for the competitors. And then so you would go to their channel, DCA Adventure, to actually see the stream. I don't know how many people are going to be in there. I would assume maybe 6 to 8, somewhere like that. So I'll be streaming it. If I am competing, I'll be streaming it from my channel as well. And then you'll be able to donate, if you want to make a donation to a charity, because it's all for charity. And listen, guys, last time, the first round, $1,000 was donated for charity. Nerd Gears actually matched the total from all the different channels, and I think the total from all the channels was 500 or around 500. So nerdgears.com actually matched that, and then I think all of it went to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. If I'm understanding correctly, I believe that that's what happened. So I mean, that's freaking awesome, man. I mean, $1,000 from crypto YouTubers building a Veta frame. I mean, that's kind of crazy if you think about it, right? So I thought that was pretty cool, and we're doing that again. They're doing that again, so there'll be donation addresses available for that type of stuff. I know the economy sucks right now. Everybody's, kind of stressed. I get it. But just understand that it's not going to the YouTubers. It's going to a charity. So keep that in mind. And then I think that DCA Adventure is going live tonight at 10. I believe that they're going to talk about the competition probably on their stream. So be sure to check them out on DCA Adventure. Let's see if I actually have their channel pulled up, I believe. So we'll go over there real quick, just to show you what it looks like. So it looks like this. Yeah, they're going live at 10. And hopefully they'll talk about the competition. Plus they are doing a swear jar giveaway. What they do is they go live pretty frequently, at least a few times a week. They have different shows, and basically, if any of the streamers or the people in the stream cuss on the stream, on the live stream, if they say a cuss word, then they have to, I think it's like 25 cents or something that they have to put into the swear jar, right? So if they say a cuss word, money goes in the swear jar, and then on every so often, once it gets to a certain amount, they'll do a swear jar giveaway. So that's what they're doing tonight. I think they're going to have the viewers probably comment on a video. I think that's the way that they still do it. I don't know for sure, but just be sure to tune in to DCA Adventure tonight at 10. And let me post that in the chat here so that you guys have the link. And I'll actually put that in the description as well. So let me throw that in there so that you have that. All right, that's in the description as well. So yeah, so we'll head over there after this stream is over. And I believe the competition is tomorrow at, well, not I believe, it is tomorrow. I believe it is at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So that'll be 1 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, and then 11 p.m. Pacific Time, if I'm doing my math right, and I'm probably not. But I think that it definitely is 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's whenever the competition starts. Well, it'll be just like it was last time, I believe, as far as start time. You know, we'll do like a little bit of introductions, then we'll fire up the timers, right? Because each contestant has to have their own timer so that we don't, like, let's say that I started mine and my internet went out, right? So I would want to be recording, well, yeah, I could still record locally. So I would want to be recording it, and then with the timer in the background, so that you can pay attention, so that you can, you know, say, okay, you know, here's what happened. My internet went out at this time, but I continued building, and here was the result, right? So it just helps, you know, to alleviate that kind of problem if in case someone loses internet or something else happens. So, you know, so that's probably what we'll start at 2. So I would guess, I think the last time we didn't even really get started building until about 2:30. So it took about 30 minutes for all the intros and rules and all that stuff. But I think it'll go a little bit faster this time because we're all kind of used to it and we've done it before. So I think that it'll probably be smoother this time. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time is whenever that is going to go down. Yeah, so Crypto Mining Lifer is, I don't know if, are you competing again, Crypto Mining Lifer? Because I don't really like that. You won the last one. No, it's all good, man. It'll be fun. No, you know, it's all for charity anyway, so it's kind of cool, you know, to be able to do stuff like that. I like it. I've got some other things that I bought the frame because I was going to use it for something, so that's kind of cool that I'll be able to build it. Go ahead and get it built. I still have the old one that I built that I lost the competition with, and there's a couple of things I wanted to work on. Hopefully, actually, I could probably show you guys like kind of what I am thinking about, because in my office here, in my room, in my media center, whatever you want to call it, there is a closet. So the closet's over there. Okay, so it's pretty, you can see it's pretty good size. Actually, it looks really small on the picture there, or on the video. But I was thinking about possibly putting the rigs, all the rigs. I have 4 rigs, but only 22 GPUs between all of them. Not really looking to upgrade or increase that size anytime real soon because GPU prices are up. You know the whole deal. But I would like to possibly get all the rigs into that closet, and it's definitely big enough to host all the rigs. But my concern would be obviously cooling and noise, right? So I've been thinking about, you know, noise canceling, not canceling, but noise insulation, right? Not that goes in the wall, but just on the wall. And also some cooling features. And what I would like, because where I'm at, it's not really cold that long, right? Throughout the year, it's only a few weeks, and the rest of the time it's pretty warm. So I would need to basically route the air up into the attic, right? The hot air up into the attic, I would assume. I don't want it to go anywhere in the house unless it's wintertime. If it's wintertime, I want to have the ability to either turn on another fan or just flip a, what would you call that? What do you call that thing? The flapper, you know, basically like to, I don't know the technical term, whatever the term is, but basically to redirect the air, like have one duct that goes to the roof or to the attic, and then another duct to go out the side wall, because like on the other side of that back wall, on the other, like where the wood is here, on the other side of that is a foyer, right, for the house. So I could redirect the hot air from the rigs to a little vent, you know, kind of like directing like with a some type of, you know, air director, basically pointing down, right, like a vent that points down. Even, you know, it would have to look kind of nice because I don't want like some crazy cheap aluminum looking thing out there, right? But you know, it would be kind of high because I have like 10 foot, 12 foot ceilings, so I could have it really high. Let me show you. I don't know if I can show you or not. Let's see if this will work. Let me see if I can pull a camera over here and actually show you this closet so you can kind of see what I'm dealing with here. But I think that this would be kind of neat, actually. But I am concerned about the noise, though. Okay, so the noise level is what would kind of concern me, and that's why I would say I would like to get some noise canceling, like even if it's just the stuff for like that you see on walls for live streams and stuff like that. You know, just to deaden the sound a little bit. But yeah, you can see that this closet's pretty big, actually, right? So there's my, what is that called? What does Red Panda call it? The box? I forgot what he calls it. But yeah, all the boxes from GPUs and motherboards and all that stuff. So it's kind of a mess right now. You know, you can kind of see that. But, you know, if I take these shelves out, right? If I take the shelves out and store the boxes somewhere else, I can clean this up and basically make this either the back wall or this side wall over here as where the rigs are, right? Because they're in the nice, you know, bed of frames, 6 GPU frames like that one right there. So I would be able to do it. I think it would be pretty cool. But again, the problem would be sound and cooling. So you can see that it's like a pretty long ways up there. It's 10, I think that this is probably 10 foot ceilings here. So on the other side of this wall right here is the foyer, right? So if I cut a hole there, you know, put a vent and duct, and then had a fan, an exhaust fan. The ones I was looking at were those ones that have a controller, right? So you can control the speed and all that stuff. If I had it, even if it was over here, you know, above the doorway here, and had one duct that goes to the attic, because that's obviously the attic up there, and then one that goes out here, then I could use the heat from the rig, or from the rigs, to heat the house in the winter. At least that's my idea. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I mean, if you think that would work. I've done the CFM calculations as far as like what I would need, you know, how strong of a fan I would need to change the air in here. I know that I would probably have to put like a return, not a return, but a vent. Probably, what I was thinking anyway, was probably over here, like on this wall right here, just have a vent, an intake vent at the bottom so that it pulls cool air through the wall, right? Down over here, and basically helps cool the room. At least that's what I'm thinking. I think it'll work. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But that's kind of a little project that I was kind of thinking about working on, and I think it'd be kind of cool. Probably work out pretty well if I've got my if I'm thinking about it the right way. I think it will work pretty well. Let me see what you guys are saying. No, so what's on the TechMan? What's on the other side of that wall is just a foyer, right? So like the entrance to the house. Yeah, on the wall, or this wall in front of me goes to the garage. So I've got, you know, TV here, computers, and all the monitors and stuff here. But I think it'll work. As long as I can get that air out of there, and I want to get a really efficient fan, right, an exhaust fan. It would be it's kind of like the same thing as having a grow tent, but it's just a little bigger, right? Because that closet's, I think it's 5 by 5. 5 by 5, yeah, it's 5 by 5 by 10. So it's 250 cubic feet, right? So you take that, what is the calculation? I think it's that times divided by 60, I think, and then times the number of times you want the air to change in a minute. So I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, I probably want to replace the air in the space once every, or like 6 times a minute. And that's probably too much, but I want to have room to grow, right? So if I do start adding GPUs, like if I put them against that back wall, then I'll have the side wall. And then, you know, these things are stackable, right? So I could have, in my mind, I could have 10 feet, you know, of GPUs and rigs on both walls. So I'm thinking in that closet, I could probably fit, well, these things are, say, 2 feet, so probably 5, at least 5, probably 6. So 6, 6, 6. And then, yeah, I mean, I could have probably only fit 2 racks on each wall. So I'm thinking maybe 24 rigs, right? Now, I'm not looking to expand that much at all, but I'm just looking for the future. So if in case that happens, you know, and I want to actually expand that much, then I don't want to be constricted by airflow and all that stuff. So yeah, no, I said that and I was like 666. Yeah, that's not good. Let's do a different number. Yeah, so that's what I did. Deadwood length times width times height equals cubic feet. And then there's a calculation. I think you're supposed to go, I think you divide it by 60 and then multiply that times the number of times you want the air to change in the space per minute. I think that's the way it works. I don't know. I don't know the actual calculation. So anyway, you know, so you got to kind of determine how hot the rigs are going to run. I like to tune my rigs down a little bit just so that they run a little bit cooler. But that's kind of a function of, or a side effect of where they're at. Because like right now my rigs, I've got 1 rig here, I've got 1 rig in the garage, I got another one over there, 1 down here that's not even on. So I've got 3 rigs on, 1 that is kind of off and I just use for testing and stuff. So I would like to consolidate. I wanted them all in one spot. I actually bought a PDU, a metered PDU, a used one. I haven't received it yet. So I have a 220 outlet in this closet, or I'm sorry, in this garage over here. I'm going to reroute it, or at least splice into it and pull it down into that closet from the attic, so that I can have a PDU in that closet and have all the rigs in one spot, right? At least what I have right now. So it's a 30 amp, 240, 220 outlet. So I think I'll be good on power. I'll be able to easily power these 3 or 4 rigs, you know, off of that one PDU. The only thing I'm gonna lose is that you guys seen the smart plug, right? So I'm gonna lose the ability to show like at the wall power draws. What I'll be able to do though is route a power cable to the rig. If I want to see how much power it's actually drawing, I can just do it over 110, 115, and just temporarily, just to see. And then I'll be able to kind of like monitor it once it's back on 220. I would be able to monitor it and understand how much electricity it's actually using. So, you know, you don't really have to always have that monitoring capability. Although in my case, it's pretty important because I've got some shared rigs that I've talked about all the time. So I really need to know how much they draw over the course of 30 days. So it's going to be kind of a challenge if I do this. If I start using the 220, I might just break down and say, okay, I'll just put, you know, several 115 outlets in there and still use the power meters, you know, or the smart plugs, so that I can monitor the power. I don't know. I might do it that way just because I need to be able to, I need to know how much power they consume in a month for all the calculations and figuring out how much electricity I use. So it's got to be really specific. It can't just be a guess, you know, for my situation. So I want to say that HashRaptor used these same plugs that I have on 220, but I've read things and I've seen things where if you do that, it really decreases the life of the smart plug and it can damage it over time. So I don't know. I'll have to go and look at that video for sure, but I remember him using the same smart plugs as I have, but I need to verify what he used in that one video, the 220. Hey, what's up, Sonia? Yeah, so yeah, Digital Gold ran his power plugs on 220. What do you mean, like the smart plugs? He had smart plugs also? The smart plugs that I have are the TP-Link HS110s, I believe is what they're called. And those are, I'm not even sure that they say 120 or 115 on them. And I read one comment, is probably on Amazon, where they had used it on 220 and said that it worked. I don't see why it wouldn't work, right? But it is a smart plug, so it does monitor, you know, the power and everything, which is cool. But I don't know how it's going to work with. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to play around with it. Probably going to blow some stuff up, so it should be really interesting. It'll make a good video, blowing something up, but we'll see. But yeah, I think that would be cool. I think it would be a cool project, and because where I live, like, you know, you mentioned HashRaptor, I can't do what he's doing with the shed, the mining shed, and all that. I can't do that. My homeowners association would never allow that, like a shed out back and stuff. It's just not going to happen where I live. So I've got to do either in the garage or in this little closet over here. So I kind of picked this closet. I picked this room as my media center because of that closet. So I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Yeah, so here we go with the calculations here. So this closet is 5 by 5 by 10. So it's 250 cubic feet. And the one that I was talking about is an inline fan. It's an inline duct fan. It's the cool one. I can't remember who makes them, but they're super. Apparently, they're really quiet, and they're quiet and control. They have like a little digital LED or a little digital display where you control the you know, the speed and all that stuff. And I would probably, the way I see it in my mind, technically I would need that fan to be in the attic if it's going to be really slick looking. If it's in the closet, then I'm going to have I mean, I guess that it could pull the hot air out of, you know, if I put it up high, it'll basically just pull the hot air out that's circulating in the top of the closet, I would assume, and then have the Y splitter, right, whatever you would call that, the damper, not even a damper, whatever you would call it, basically to redirect the air between either to go into the house or into the attic. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking would be pretty cool and would work out pretty well. So I don't know. We'll look at that whenever the time comes. I'm not going to do it right away because I have other projects that I'm working on. I'm actually going to be. How long will the pool be? Pool for. I mean, if the fan is in the closet, it's a 5x5 space. So it's 5 feet by 5 feet, 10 feet tall. So not very much, and it's right there. I think that it would work. But I was talking about the other project that I have going on. So I'm redoing the network in the house. I'm going to be, you know, doing switches and wiring and a bunch of other stuff, plus audio, video, audio, visual stuff. You know, with the I've got a HDMI matrix. I know I've talked about this before, and I haven't got around to doing it. It's a huge undertaking. It costs a lot of money for the way I want it to be. I've already got some of the products. I've got some of the hardware that I need, but not all of it. Kind of waiting on some paydays to build up enough to get everything. So it's yeah, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I think I'm there now. I'm probably going to be ordering everything I need. I'm going to be getting a Ubiquiti switches, Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro. So some pretty cool stuff that I'll probably be able to play with, and it'll actually help the mining side because I'll be able to show some pretty cool stuff because Ubiquiti has some really cool graphics and network monitoring capabilities and stuff like that. So I think that it's going to be really neat to implement all that stuff, and hopefully maybe it'll be interesting for you guys to watch because I'll probably do live streams on it or videos on it, so it'll be kind of neat. Hey, thanks Red Panda. $5 Canadian. That's more than $5 American, right? Yeah, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that should be interesting. I discovered Ubiquiti products recently, so I'm still doing research on them and figuring out what I actually need. So that should be really cool. So that's probably going to be first before I do this whole mining closet thing. So should be neat. Should be neat. All right, so let's head over to, it is after 10, so let's go and see if they are actually live. And they are. All right, so let's head over to DCA Adventure. Let's do the Savage Raid thing. We haven't done that in a while, so that'll be kind of cool. So let's head over there and do a Savage Raid, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and I think I'm gonna beat Red Panda this time. That's my goal. Not to win, not to be first, but I'm just going to beat Red Panda this time. So there you go. Sonia, what did you ask? Okay, you want to have 2 hard drives on one SATA cable. Where can I get this item? Like the Molex to okay. Yeah, I don't think you can do that. SATA cables are serial, so it's just one device. So I think that you're stuck with one SATA cable per device. I don't know. Maybe the chat can help. Yeah, them are fighting words. Now, if you're talking about power, Sonia, you can plug two SATA power devices into one cable, depending on what the devices are. But as far as like data, like you can't plug two hard drives into one cable. It's not like the old days with IDE and all that. So yeah, so I think you're stuck with one device per SATA cable. All right, so let's head over to DCA, and I will see you guys over there. Stay savage, everybody. See you tomorrow. It's on, Red Panda.